Welcome to the another lecture video of Boolean algebra. In the previous video, we have seen SOP form. To be brief about the SOP is consisting of a Boolean expression which is representing sum of min terms, where 0 is represented as complemented variable and 1 is represented as uncomplemented variable. For the output, we had considered 1 in the SOP. So in today's class, we'll have a look on POS, which is quite reverse to the SOP. So when a Boolean expression is represented or composed of purely product of matched terms, such an expression is said to be product of some form, that is canonical product of some form, standard form. Now there are different ways by using which we can derive a POS expression. The first is the truth table method. So in the truth table method, we prepare the truth table with the possible inputs and outputs. Then we will add one additional column, that is called as sum term column or the POS column, where we will be considering only output as 0. So for each row of the table, the sum term is formed by adding all the variables in its complemented and uncomplemented form. That is, if a variable is given as 1, the variable is complemented. If the variable is given as 0 value, it will be not complemented, such as, for example, x is equals to 0, y is equals to 1, z is equals to 1. The sum term will look like this. 0 doesn't represent bar over here, that is quite reverse to the SOP. So it is uncomplemented variable. So 0, x, y is equals to 1, x bar, z is equals to 1, z bar. So this is the form for the desired output. So the desired expression is the product of sum term which is formed in the output, considering the outputs as 0, that is reverse to the again SOP. In SOP we had considered once. Let us see the truth table method, how it is been given. Suppose the example is given, that is x, y, this is z, and f is the output function as output. As you know, in the POS, we'll be considering only zeros, but in this example we have written all the matched terms. So it is x plus y plus z. So that has been written over here, seeing the corresponding values. X plus y plus z bar, that you can see over here. X plus y bar plus z, that you can see over here. X plus y bar plus z bar over here. X bar plus y plus z, that you can see over here. X bar plus y plus z bar over here. X bar plus y bar plus z here. X bar plus y bar plus z, that is over here. So as we told in the previous slide, the outputs will be considered 0 for the matched term or the POS term. So it is a product of all the matched terms. So product of all the matched terms. First write where the first 0 appears. The first 0 appears is x plus y plus z bar. Product it with the next term. Next 0 appears over here. Then write it x plus y bar plus z bar over here. Then write the next value x bar plus y plus z bar. So this is by multiplying all the matched term for which the output is 0, we have got this expression. So this expression is said to be the POS form expression. So take a pause and do it by yourself. The next example. So in this input variables that we have taken is A, B, C. The output is considered to be as X. We need to write the product terms or max terms. As you know, the product terms or max terms are written for zeros. The first will be A plus B plus C. The next will be A plus B bar plus C bar. The next will be A plus B bar plus C bar. The next will be for this one A bar plus B plus C bar. The next one will be for this one A bar plus B bar plus C. So only we have considered the values in the output which are in zeros, and we have written the terms, that is product terms of the expression. By adding each term we have written, so the product term or the POS term will be multiplied with each values. So we'll get A plus B plus C multiplied by A plus B bar plus C multiplied by A plus B bar plus C bar multiplied by A bar plus B plus C bar multiplied by A bar plus B bar plus C. This is the POS expression that is derived from the truth table. Now the canonical expression or canonical form, both we have studied by using SOP that consists of minterms, or by using POS that consists of maxterms. The maxterms and the minterms have some designation. Designations are the values that they are going to represent. So when I write a truth table consisting of three variables, I will have the combination 00, 00, 11, 11, 00, 11, 00, 11, 01, 01, 01, 01 as its combination. Then I will write the minterm value x bar into y bar into z bar, x bar into y bar into z, x bar into y bar into z bar. All these terms I will be writing. These terms are called as AND terms because there is multiplication in between each term. So the first term that happens to be 0, 0, 0 for the respected value of x, y, z, the designation will be given as M0. Then the next term will be given as M1, where small m represents minterm. So if a variable are x, y, z, their combinations will be 8. Total 0 to 7 designation can be available because there are 8 values when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So this is the designation for the minterm. When you go to maxterm, same truth table will be used. We will be writing maxterms x plus y plus z because it will reverse. 0 stands for uncomplimented variable. Okay, in the max terms, in the min terms, it stands for complemented variable. That you can see the difference over here. So the first term is designated as M0. The M over here will be capital. So SOP is represented by small m designations. POS is represented by capital M. So need to remember, because when we go forward, we will be using this capital and small m's for the representation of the K maps, that is called as Karnaugh map, which is important for 5 marks. Now consider the table. Now you have to write both the minterm and the maxterm values, that is SOP and POS expression for the possible truth table. Pause it and write it. Input combinations are ABC, output is X. So take your time. I hope you have written it. So moving to the solution part, for the SOP, we will be considering output as 1. So there are 4 ones in the output, that is over here, which are marked as red. So their values are, binary values are 011, what you can see over here, 100, 110, 111, These are the values. Now you need to write the designated values for this. 0 represents bar and 1 represents no bar over it. So it is A bar B C, A B bar C bar, A B C bar, A B C are the values for this output as 1. Now this can be written in the canonical SOP expression by adding all the terms, all the terms of the min terms. So it is A bar B bar C plus A B bar C bar plus A B C bar plus A B C is the min term expression that is representing by the output X. Now the POS expression for this will be, there are 4 zeros in the output which are corresponding to the binary values. What you can see, 000, 001, 010, 101, all these values are been represented over here. Write the designated values for this. 000 will be A plus B plus C bar, because 0 represents no bar over here and 1 represents bar. So it is A plus B plus C bar, A plus B bar plus C, A bar plus B plus C bar. These are the values. Now these are the product terms multiplied. So multiplication, you will get the values of the POS expression will look like this. So by using a table, there is possibility that we can write SOP and POS expression out of the truth table. Now what is the difference between sum term and the max terms? The sum term means sum of the variables. It is not necessary that all the variables must be included in the expression. But whenever we come to the max term, means sum terms where all the variables must be included. So then only it is called as the max term. But the sum terms, it is not necessary that all the brackets should be, all the variables should be included. Now similarly with the product term. So product term means it necessarily not means that all the variables should be included, not necessary that all the variables are included, but min terms means all the variables of the particular expression should be available. This is just for the knowledge sake. The next subtopic that we are going is for the minimization, that will be asked for 2 marks in the algebraical method, and the next simplification method is Carnot map, in short or abbreviated as K-map, is important for 5 marks. Now what do you mean by minimization? A minimization means less number of gates. What do you mean by gates? The gates that we have used for the basic operation, that is AND gate, OR gate and NOT gate, circuit diagrams that we have used. By using the expression, we have built the circuit diagram for the involution law, commutative law, distributive law, okay, and all the other laws of properties of zeros and ones. We had the circuit diagrams representing it. So the number of variables, when it becomes less, the number of gates will be used less. The number of gates are less, the less expense that circuit will take, and it will fit into the small area. So in this section, we will be simplifying the expression by using 2 methods. Algebraical method by using the theorems and postulates, and K-map method by using the rectangular box which has certain rules that we will see how to follow it. Algebraical method simplification. So number 1 example, simplify A into B bar into C into D bar plus A into B bar into C into D plus A into B into C into D bar plus A into B into C into D. Considering the value, same value has been represented. Now when you arrange the terms in order, whatever is given over here, you find in the first 2 values A, B, C are same, that is A B bar, C is same. So take it as common. So A, B bar, C bar from these two expression is common. We have taken it as common. Remaining will be D and D bar. So we have arranged it in order. So D plus D bar. So it would be D bar plus D, but we have arranged in order D plus D bar. Similarly, in these next two variables or literals, we have A, B, C as common, that you can see over here, A, B, C as common. So you have taken A, B, C as common. The remaining is D and D bar. So D bar and D, we have arranged it, D and D bar. By the complementarity law, x plus x bar is equals to 1, x into x bar is equals to 0. So it is D plus D bar is equals to 1 over here. Similarly, D plus D bar is equals to 1. So it is A into B bar into C multiplied by 1 plus as it is ABC multiplied by 1. Anything multiplied by 1 is that thing itself by the properties of zeros and ones. So x multiplied by 1 is x. Similarly, we have considered this as x multiplied by 1 is that thing itself. So this is the simplest format what we have got. So if I have drawn the circuit diagram by using this expression, I would require more gates, but by using this expression which is simplified, the less gates are required. Going to the next example, reduce the following expression, x into y whole bar plus x bar plus x into y. You know the De Morgan's theorem, break the line and change the sign. So it is applied for x into y whole bar. So we will divide it. What will happen? X bar plus y bar. Similarly, whatever the terms are there, we have written here. So the terms will be x bar plus y bar plus x bar plus x into y. By applying or rearranging in terms of proper way, so we got common terms as x bar we have written over here, x into y, and y bar is written over here at the last. Doesn't make any difference, you can write over here and write that. So as per the rule, x plus x is equals to x. Similarly, x bar plus x bar is equals to x bar. So 2x bar, if it is written, only 1 x bar will be considered. So 1 x bar is omitted and 1 x bar is written. So the expression will be x bar plus x into y plus y bar. Applying distributive law by multiplying the x bar to these terms, will get x bar plus x multiplied by x bar into y, y bar is over here. So for that purpose, we have rearranged the term in this particular statement. So according to complementarity law, x plus x bar is equals to 1. So x bar plus x or x plus x bar both are same. So is equals to 1. So 1 multiplied by x bar plus y bar. So 1 multiplied by anything is that thing itself. Okay. So you got that values. So rearranging the terms again. What are the terms? X bar plus y bar. So x bar we have taken outside. Y plus y bar we have made with the bracket so that we can implement the complementarity law. The complementarity law is x plus x bar is equals to 1. Similarly, y plus y bar is equals to 1 or y bar plus y is equals to 1 can be placed as 1. So here it is 1, x bar plus 1. Anything added with 1 is always 1. So the reduced format for the Boolean expression is 1. Moving to the next simplification. Simplifying the expression by using the algebraical method, example number 3, we have x bar multiplied by y bar multiplied by z bar plus x bar multiplied by y multiplied by z bar plus x bar multiplied by y bar multiplied by z bar plus x multiplied by y multiplied by z bar. So again, when you see these two terms, you get x bar and z bar as common, remaining is y and y bar. So y and y bar is remaining. You can rearrange the terms y bar and y we have written, or y plus y bar you can write it. Again, by seeing these two expressions, you get x and z bar as common, y bar and y will be remaining from these two terms. So as you know, y plus y bar is equals to 1, that is by the complementarity law. Place 1 over here, anything multiplied by 1 is that thing itself. So you get this expression. Then you take z bar as common between these two terms. The remaining will be x bar plus x. Again by the complementarity law, x plus x bar is equals to 1. The remaining one get is z bar. The whole expression results in complement of z. The resultant in the truth table or the output is complement of z. The next simplification method, that is simplification by using the K-maps or Karnaugh map. So as you can see in the image, it's a rectangle box which has placed zeros and ones. So in today's class we'll see the introduction and we'll see the general structure of two variable K-map. So K-maps are very much important with respect to the final examination. Every year one SOP expression will be there for the solution. So we are into the simplification using the Karnaugh maps. So Karnaugh map or K-map is a graphical display of fundamental products in the truth table. So truth table, whatever is representing, as you know, SOP will be represented by ones and POS will be represented by zeros in the output. So whatever the output is there in the truth table will be given. So that output will be plotted onto the rectangle and we get the minimized expression out of it by using certain rules. So K-map is nothing but a rectangle which is made up of certain number of squares, where each square is going to represent either a max term or a min term. So each box in the rectangle or each square in the rectangle represents a max term or a min term. So min terms are POS and max terms are POS terms, min terms are SOP terms. So these maps are sometimes called as witch diagrams. So what is another name of K-map? The another name of K-map are also called as witch diagrams. So first in this class we will be exploring the SOP reduction using the K-map. So in SOP, reduction of each square of the K-map results in a min term of the given function, whatever the function is given. For a function of n variables, there would be a map of 2 to the power n square, just like how we had combination in the truth table 2 to the power n, where n stands for number of variables. Similarly over here 2 is the base because we are dealing with binary numbers, zeros and ones. N is the number of variables. So n is number of variables that can be represented as min term variables. So there will be existence of 2 to the power n square, where each square is going to represent a min term. Given a K-map for the SOP reduction, the map is filled by replacing ones. So where all you find ones, each square will be led or placed by 1 as its output, or by placing 1 in where you find the output in the truth table, will be seeing it. This is theoretical, you will understand when we start plotting it. So every square in the SOP represents a subscripted number, so which is going to denote that this square is corresponding to the number of min terms. So just now we have studied the min terms and max term designation, where min terms were beginning with small m and max terms were representing with capital M. The designation of min terms and max terms starts with 0 and runs till number of terms minus 1. Now moving to the general structure of two variable K-map. Two variables means only X or Y or A or B, only any two variables will be present in the K-maps. So we have assumed that there are two variables A and B. So there will be 2 to the power 2 squares. 2 to the power 2 square means 4 square will be present. So we'll draw the rectangle first and divide into 4 squares. Then first A value will represent either 0 or 1 because A is a binary variable. A binary variable can take 0 or 1 as its value. Similarly, B is a binary variable which can take 0 and 1 as its value. Why these two variables are written at the different ends? Because they are representing different sides. Just like your graphs, you will have different quadrants. Over here also we will have different quadrants representing different values. So when you see this square, it is a plane where each box is going to represent a min term. That would look like this. So first box represent min term 0, the second will represent 1, the third will represent M2 and the fourth will represent M3. So now when you see it, the K-map and associated min terms, the K-map general structure is this final one, what you can see in the last diagram. So A representing 0 and 1, where 0 stands for bar because it is in the line of A, so it is A bar. 1 represents A. Similarly, 0 B bar, 1 B. Now M is been omitted because M we cannot write always. So we will only write the square. Within the squares we will write the numbers where 0, 1, 2, 3 are representing min term value because we are dealing with SOP expression. So it is A bar, B bar. So we will be taking first A bar, then B bar. We will write A bar, B bar like this. Then A over this side and B bar over this side, that is designated 1. Then A bar, B, A, B like this. So first we will see what is there in the A, 0. So A bar always this column will be 0. So you find A bar and A bar. So always this column is 1, A, you find it. Always this row is representing 0, that is B bar. So B bar, you find it. So always this row is representing 1. So B, you find it. This is the general structure of two variable K-map. So in the next class, we will be moving to general structure of three variable K-map. So you can have a quick recap on how the binary numbers were written. Now from the binary numbers, we will be moving to the another code called as gray code. So binary codes are no more used when we will go to the three variable K-map. We will be using gray code. We will have discussion with how the binary and the gray code will differ and how to write the general structure of K-map in the next class.